inspired by a traditional Thanksgiving dish. There can only be one winner, and the winner is Karen.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Karen, you get a real advantage going into the next round. Your own fondant sheeter.
Wow. Oh, that's fantastic.
The rest of you will have to share one.
Oh my God. A sheeter saves time. It makes your cake cleaner. For us, it's the most important piece of equipment. So hearing that the rest of us three were gonna have to share a sheeter, I immediately panicked.
With one round behind you, you're ready for the biggest cake battle of your careers. But instead of telling you what it is, follow me.
Where are we going? It made me a little nervous because what could this possibly have to do with round 2?
Oh, wow. Amazing. The door comes up and I see this giant float, Tom the Turkey. And I'm like, we must be at the place where they make the floats and balloons for the Macy's Day Parade. But then I'm thinking, why?
They're like, I don't know where to look. It's so much.
Wow. I never thought they were this big.
This could totally be a cake.
As an artist walking into that space, it was just like a kid on a toy store. It was just a magical place. The size of the floats, the size of the balloons, and the equipment, the way that these people work and put those pieces together, it was just something like, wow.
I can't even.
Welcome, bakers, to the magical world of Macy's Parade Studio.
Coming up will be our 92nd Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. And all of that time, everything in the parade, all of the floats, all of the balloons, all of the costumes have been created here at the Macy's studio. And Macy employees are the people who ride on the floats that bring this wonderful tradition to life.
Great, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you all come with me? I have something special to show you, okay? Follow me.
Okay.
I'll follow you anywhere, Martha.
Next to me are 4 of the most recognized parade entries. Tom the Turkey, the oldest in the parade. Tom is the OG and leading float. A newer balloon is Illumination's The Grinch. Then there's Snoopy, the flying ace. And finally, Santa's sleigh is the float that traditionally marks the end of every parade since 1924. For your main challenge, you will make a cake inspired by one of these balloons or floats. To determine who gets which float or balloon, you all get to choose. All at once. Right now.
The balloons are my favorite part of the parade, so I immediately zoom in on Snoopy. If it had to be a stuffing fight, like round 2, it was on. I was getting Snoopy.
Go.
Grinch! I like boldness, and I saw the Grinch's grin, and I just know I had to go for it.
It takes between 4 and 9 months to make a float. You will have 4 hours. That's it. Each cake needs to be at least 4 feet tall, and it needs to blow us away with your design and creativity. So, good luck. It's time to wow us. Let's get started. Yes.
Snoopy's head's a little winky, so I want to make the front like nose styrofoam.
Got it.
For my cake, we're doing Snoopy balloon, exactly like on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. So he'll be up in the air. We're going to make Thanksgiving food characters all around trying to hold on to him. And because it's a parade, we're going to have the board blow up confetti. We're going to put it on wheels and make it take off.
You want to do what?
We're going to have to make sure we line him up, so get it as tight as you can. Our biggest challenge is making sure we have a strong, stable structure.
We have to make sure that support pole can carry about 100 pounds.
We used rice cereal treats.
Rice cereal treats to kind of lessen
We
the
used
load.
cake, too.
And a lot of cake.
I'm just putting some skewers into the cake to hold it all together.
Okay.
With Snoopy, it's an iconic shape. If you get one thing wrong, it looks wrong. People will be like, it's a winky-looking dog. I think we're pretty good.
Looks good.
All right. Every part of that Snoopy is going to have to be covered. Snoopy was very large. The sheeter was all the way across the kitchen, carrying that much on it back and forth. You can easily make it dirty and color can get on it. I was worried we would not finish.
I mean, I know we want them to bob around, but damn.
I'm gonna get this cake crumb coated, well, stacked, filled, and crumb coated.
The Grinch that I saw at the warehouse, he was kind of holding Santa's bag. It looked like he was stealing from the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. So we figured what we could do was make the Grinch look like he stole a ton of food from the parade. We're gonna have the Grinch at the top eating away.
I think I'm gonna make him kind of fat too.
Make him really fat and sassy.
You have to nail it because he's a very well-known character. If he's not done right, then it won't matter.
I gave him an Audi.
I love his belly button so much.
I'm gonna start cutting the bottom tier and filling.
Okay. When I see this float, immediately I think to do a tiered cake with Santa at the top and his reindeer coming down. And I want to incorporate gift boxes, a toy shop, snowmen, and last but not least, I have Rudolph on my cake, so obviously I want to light up his nose. So, are you too stressed out already?
No, this is like a workout.
It's a big cake, so we're gonna do a metal hole for support, and then a threaded rod that we are gonna bend so that I can put the reindeer on, and everything kind of has to work out perfectly or else nothing's gonna work out. That's the focal point of the cake.
I literally cannot wait to see how this cake comes out.
Kind of thinking to myself, go big or go home. So I decided to go for the gusto. I'm gonna have a train track pulling presents around the whole display. And then I also wanna do elves on these spinning turntables like they're ice skating on the board. I am so glad that we won that challenge and got the sheeter. I'm hoping that this saves us like a good amount of time. My cake board is covered in fondant. My tiers are all covered in fondant. Because I had my own sheeter, I'm thinking that's gonna give us a leg up. So sorry, Rudolph, for shoving this in your face.
Guess what? Turkey butt.
I am designing Tom the Turkey, which is going to be placed on his float. I want to incorporate elements from New York City. So I'm going to have the skyline wrapping around the float, and then at the base, the crown.
Voila. That's what goes behind each building.
I want to add lights behind each of the buildings.
Benny, you're working up a little bit of sweat there. You doing all right?
Stress. My risk with this design is definitely the weight, because I'm building layers on top of layers, and if you go up, the weight's going to be heavier.
So I'm using a cleaning brush.
Oh yeah, that looks good. I like his texture.
Bakers, I need your attention for 1 second. We've added a third judge to the table, executive producer of Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, Susan Tercero.
Yeah, all right, Susan.
Susan, what are you looking for?
You know, the parade is all about whimsy and entertainment and nostalgia, so I'm looking for something that really captures the essence of that.
Yay!
So, what are your thoughts on the progress of the cake so far?
Coming along nicely. They have a lot more work to do.
The finishing is much harder than the beginning, I would think.
Yeah.
What's the hardest part to make a giant cake like this?
The hardest part is to make it look exactly like the character.
Yeah, the cakes really have to be recognizable so that anyone knows exactly what we're looking at, and it feels very reminiscent of the parade.
And then just the weight of these cakes alone. Putting them together, you have to realize you might poke it, something might rip off. You have to always have a plan B. How are you gonna fix it?
Fondant is gonna be like the hardest part. You do know that, right?
Yeah, I knew Sarah needed the sheeter because we have a huge bag that we have to cover.
See, everyone is crying about a cheater, but listen, this is all muscle power. Who needs a cheater?
I need a sheeter.
Because we all have to run to the same sheeter, makes it a lot more difficult to cover the cake.
All right, it's ripping already. I'm gonna have to go back and start it over.
But I couldn't carry the fondant from the sheeter to the cake in large sheets.
I think we need our cake over here.
When you have problems, you have to quickly think of solutions.
Like, there is no humanly possible way.
But when you're in a time competition, you go straight into panic mode.
That's me.